It's good. Wednesday's a good day.
It's the best day.
Wisdom Wednesday. If you have any questions in regards to social media, achieving local celebrity status, networking, marketing, anything like that, if you have specific challenges or specific questions, please put it in the chat. So I'm going to just review what we went over from last week's call, last Fire Hour session, just briefly, and then we're going to move on because I really want to get to social media marketing today. So from last week's call, we went over the 80-20, right? The 20% that gets the 80 done. Achieving local celebrity status. If you are building a personal brand, if you are promoting a business or a product, a product or service, if you are promoting a message, if you are promoting an idea, the 80-20, right? The 20% that gets the 80 done of ensuring that you have a better chance at succeeding is achieving local celebrity status. So with local celebrity status, it's important that you accomplish that as fast as humanly possible, so that way you can get and amplify your message, amplify the people, the attention that's on you, on your brand. There are specific skills and specific tactics and frameworks and strategies that you can run, but it just depends on if you want to achieve it in the first place, and then if you're going to actually put in the work and then get the results, right? Timeline wise, if you hit it hard, 90 days is a proven timeline that will get you and help you accomplish local celebrity status. Okay. So if there's any questions in regards to local celebrity status, then anything, it doesn't matter. Then now is the time to ask. But that was a 2080. Okay.
And then can I just add something? It doesn't matter how many followers you guys have. This is something where, again, like what he said, if you are selling a product or a service, anything, this is what you want to achieve, right? You want people coming to you saying, I need what you have. I want what you have. And so personal branding is always going to be something that's here and that's going to live on into the future.
Yes.
So for one of our businesses, what he did was, I'm going to share the story of that Jeff shared with us the other day. So our business partner at the auto shop, we were just like, oh, this is going to be so fun. Like, Shun's going to make you a celebrity. And we would just like all laugh about it. And like, he knew it was true, but I don't think he knew how quickly it would get done. And he was still kind of in shock when it happened. And so the other day, a while back, we were at the shop and we were just visiting. And he was just like, oh, hey, like, I got to tell you guys something. I went to Target the other day because I had to pick up toilet paper. Of all things he had to pick up that day, he got recognized, right? And so he's like, yeah, the security guard just kept looking at me. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, what? Like, I'm going to pay for this. I'm not stealing toilet paper, right? And so he started walking and he's like, that guy still kept looking at me. And he was just like, I felt so awkward. Like, I'm just walking around with toilet paper and he just keeps looking at me. Like, and I'm not going to steal toilet paper. Like, I have every intention on paying. And then finally he walked out and he like made eye-to-eye contact and kind of slowed down. And the security guard's like, hey, I love what you're doing. I'm going to bring my card to you, because Jeff was also wearing his Mercedes like uniform, his Star Motorworks uniform with like the Mercedes logo, right? And so he's like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, I see you on Instagram and like TikTok. I see your reels all the time. And so like now I see you in person. Like, I'm gonna bring my card to you. And he's like, oh, okay, like thanks, And so like he was sharing that story to us the other day. So it was just like, it was so funny. So that's one of the things about building your personal brand and being out there and being known in front of people that probably you don't even know, right? Like, you never know. You can walk down the street one day and people are like, they know who you are just because you've been building online. And so that's local celebrity status. It's so important if you're selling a product, selling a service. For us, we have products and services online, and then we also have a brick and mortar shop, right? So the brick and mortar shop, his goal was to make Jeff like a local celebrity, right? Show his authority within like the industry, the niche that he's in. Yes. And it's been happening. Like, people have been stopping him and saying stuff or like calling him from, out of state or the Bay Area. And they're like, hey, I'm going to drive my car all the way down just because I saw your TikTok.
Yeah, we have clients from everywhere. We have clients from the Bay Area. They always drive down just simply because there's no other shop that they trust, that the client trusts in NorCal. And so they literally will take a trip. They'll just have an adventure all the way to SoCal and go to our shop. And so that's the same thing. You know, we have a client in Florida. We have clients all over the place, all over America, simply because of what we're doing online. Okay. That's social media marketing right there. Right. When you are recognized simply because of your social media, that is a good sign for you. That is that's like +1 for you, right? 0.1 for you. You know, it's like that because that's the goal. So for me, whenever I work with anyone, the first thing I always do is I focus in on achieving local celebrity status as part of my intentional milestone to accomplish. Once we achieve that, every other effort is now multiplied just because of one thing. Florida in the house. So guess what, right? You know, if the 2080 that I have identified over these past many years of just doing business, of understanding, observing the market, of seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, achieving local celebrity status was one of the things that was the 20% that gets the 80 done, that decreased the input to increase the output. Why not you, right? Understand the concept of local celebrity status. It's just this. I make it very simple. Here's my framework, right? The arrow equals attention, right? And this is you. The circle is the world, okay? The circle is the world. All you have to do is just get one arrow on you. And then as you continue to work on yourself, as you continue to build your business, as you continue to get louder, you build your confidence, you build your skill sets, you build your mindset, you have self-mastery, you start to expand your network, you start to reflect out what you want to see and attract back into your life, in your reality. You just add one more arrow. And then you continue on your journey. You continue on the path, dominating your path, staying laser-like focused, being intentional with everything that you say, think, and do. Doing only the things that you want to do because of intention and purpose, nothing else. Then you add one more arrow. And you continue to do this as you impact other people's lives. You start to influence them in a positive way. You start to see changes in yourself when you look inside the mirror every day. When someone comes up to you, they pulls you to the side and they say, you know what? That one thing you shared with me changed my life. You add another arrow. You continue to do this. You start to see people getting recognized. You start to see your peers, your teammates, your neighbors, your friends, your family. Their lives are starting to change. Get another arrow on you. A few years ago, 2017, I decided to start sharing personal development with my mom. I bought a UPW ticket for her and brought her to a Tony Robbins event with me because at that time, a lot of chaos was happening in our personal lives. I wanted to be that change for her. I wanted to be a positive influence in her life. Even if I was just one light, she's always been my light. My mom has always been my light. Even if I could just be sparking, just igniting 1 ounce of positivity for her, that could be something that she can look forward to. I was just doing my best to be an arrow of light, of positivity, of influence, positive influence for her, right? Guess what? I'm doing the work on myself. It's reflecting out. She's noticing. It gives her the opening to say yes to opportunity. It gives my mom an opening to say yes to change. It gives my mom an opening to say yes to positivity. It gives my mom an opening to say, you know what? There's a door right there. Oh, it's unlocked. Let me open it, right? People are not going to step towards you if you don't step towards them, and vice versa. And people are not going to be able to push forward, move forward, step through those doors if they don't know it's even if that's even an opportunity to go through, right? So when it comes to like this right here, working on yourself, the best project you'll ever work on you, it's the same thing, right? And once you start to level up yourself, you're going to be able to add more arrows because your impact is going to influence the masses. But it starts again in your home. It starts again with you within. And then the people that are around you, your family, your friends, your peers, everyone, okay? So with my mom, since 2017, to this day now, she starts to send me personal development videos. She starts to send me business videos. She starts to send me statistics on things that she thought was insightful. She starts to send me just like lovey-dovey things that it sparked joy in her. right? Since then, guess what? Like, it was one decision I made. I said, let me just be that positive influence for her. That was it. I was watching this movie with Devin 2 days ago. It's called the Monkey King. The Monkey King. Okay, it's like an animation movie, right? And in that movie, there's one concept that was told in the very beginning of the story. And basically, like, the main character is a monkey, right? And he's surrounded with other monkeys. And there's like an older like leader inside that community. And that leader does not like this monkey because this monkey is an outsider. The Monkey King is an outsider. And so the leader always tells him that he is just a small pebble in a big pool or in a big pond, right? In a big world. What can this small pebble do? You know, this small pebble can't do anything. But the whole entire point of that story is, you know, as that movie unfolds, you know, the Monkey King finds another person, another insignificant being, and the Monkey King tells this other being, which becomes his friend, family, you know, a loved one, that this person is a small pebble, right? What can this small pebble do? The small pebble can make the biggest waves. That's the main point. That's one of the main lessons of the story, right? Every single one of us is kind of like that small pebble in this world. Every single one of us is like a small pebble that can make big waves, right? If you have a still pond, a lake of water, and you just drop, and there's nothing, it's just still, right? There's no vibrations in. Just drop one little pebble in. That whole entire pond will vibrate because of that one little pebble. Every single one of us, you know, I'm not saying that we're insignificant. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we are the change that we can see in the world. We are the change that we can see in the world. So we have to do the work. If you are committed to excellence, to self-mastery, to leadership, to being the best version of you, to having the best life that you can live, you have to commit to that, right? You commit to that. Commit to change in yourself. And then from there, you will see the results. Be, do, have. Okay? So I wanted to share that because this right here, it speaks to this. It speaks to achieving local celebrity status. Because why? Once you achieve local celebrity status, everything that you are within is going to reflect at a massive scale without. Okay? You are going to multiply all your efforts in play. So if you have a lot of negative habits right now, and then you achieve local celebrity status, you will amplify all your negative habits because more attention is going to be on you. More eyes will be on you. If you have positive habits of you just being, right? Guess what? Because you achieve local celebrity status, now more people will just see the positive things from you. Okay? So I'm telling you right now, fix the habits now. Change who you are now. Work on what you want to accomplish now. Work on who you want to be now. Because once you achieve local celebrity status, now you're going to have a lot more attention, a lot more pressure, because a lot of eyes are going to be on you, whether you like it or not, whether they like you or not, whether, you know, you're ready for it or not. It happens like that. Again, 90-day window, 90-day window. So this is right here, the goal of achieving local celebrity status. And this is what happens. Everything right here, the arrows, right? This money goes up. It increases because of local celebrity status, because more attention, right? Whether you're happy inside already or not, it still will affect it because you're a human being. You're living in a social world. So it's going to affect this whether you like it or not, right? You're going to start to move differently, right? If you're not moving differently right now. When it comes to your network, like your friends, your peer group, people are going to want to get into your network. Some people are takers and some people are givers. How are you going to, you know, deal with that, right? That's protecting your network, especially at the celebrity status level. If you're an influencer, you've achieved local celebrity status. A lot of people are looking at you like, do I want to be a part of your network? Okay, yes. Well, do I want to take from your network? Yes. Do I want to give to your network? Yes, right? There's a lot of things that happen when it comes to this. Here's what I've experienced. A lot of frenemies, a lot of fake friends when I achieve local celebrity status, right? I'm always observant, always watching. I play a long-term game. This is a marathon, not a sprint. right? I'm in it for the long haul for life. I'm always observing. I'm always auditing my circle. I'm always ensuring that the people in my circle is protected at all times.
Yeah.
That's what I've been working with since the day I was born. This right here, again, people. Everything in the world is moved by people. This right here, your network, is one of your biggest assets. It can also be one of the biggest detriments if you are not intentional with who you let into your network. Okay? So yeah, protect yourself for sure. Protect our community. Protect the people in your circle, right? If you're a leader, you're on this call, you are a leader. You have a fiduciary responsibility to protect your people, okay? So money, happiness, your network, your social life, your people, right? You know, your legacy. This is like your bloodline. This is a lot of things right here, okay? It's your reputation. You do not want to diminish your reputation at all, your face, okay? That's everything for you. You have nothing without your face, right? In this world, in this business world, okay? And then whatever else you want to put right here, okay? So that's, you know, achieving local celebrity status. It's going to multiply everything that you do. Everything that you touch is going to multiply because of achieving local celebrity status, because of what? One thing, your attention. Because your status in life, your social status in life, it skyrockets up. And that's just the beginning, right? We're not even talking about global status yet. We're just talking about local celebrity status in your community, where you live, the people that are on your following, the people that are seeing you online, right? This is a big responsibility, but I'm encouraging every single one of you here to accomplish it. Don't be afraid, okay? Because you're not, let's freaking live full out, all right? Let's live our best life. Okay, so let's talk about strategies, tactics to achieve it. Or do you guys, we can be very specific. I have very specific tactics on achieving local celebrity status, but I want to move on to social media, actually. That was enough talk of achieving local celebrity status.
I think that helped a lot. And it's so true, you guys. Like when you're in a community and you're in a big community and people see you online doing things and moving directions, they're always coming in kind of like, what can I get? What do I need? And how can I align like interests, right? Like the other day, like someone had messaged you. I don't even know if you checked your message yet, because I feel like, I feel like you already know what they wanted. But they saw something, they liked it, they're in the same industry, and all of a sudden they're in your DMs, you know, like they weren't in your DMs before saying, hi, what's up, you know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there were, but I just didn't see the DM. Again, you know, when you achieve this, the local celebrity status, you're going to get so much traffic to you that you can't even answer all your DMs. You're super busy. So that's what happened to me. Right? It's the same thing. And here's another thing too, right? Like I said before, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So guess what that means? It means that you're in it for the long haul. You're playing for the rest of your life.
Long term.
Long term.
Always. You're going to live long term. You might as well play long term and be a long term player, because the last thing you want to be known for is someone that's just short term, hopping around, trying to figure it out. Long term, we're going to live long term. We want our businesses to live long term. We want, you know, our legacies to live long term. So start thinking with the end in mind. Yeah,
always play long term game. Don't do things as a shortcut. Like don't do. There are shortcuts in life, but don't like treat your life as a shortcut. Okay, like really play long term. One of the things that I was talking about, you know, I'm always auditing my circle, always auditing my network, always, you know, observing like who is in my network that's a taker, who is in my network that's a giver. Right? There's many strategies when it comes to that stuff. Okay. When it comes to business strategy, networking strategy, marketing strategy, when it comes to, you know, your circle of influence, right? There's a lot of different things. Again, you know, what's in it for them? That's something I wanted to talk about with social media. Yeah. Okay. What's in for them?
What's in it for them?
Yeah. What's in it for them? And then I'm going to talk about what's in it for me, right? That's because that's a real framework right there. But when it comes to the people in your circle, right? For me, like, because we're gonna play long term, right? I'm looking for lifelong, long-term people that I can surround myself with. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for good-hearted people that really do care about my interest, right? Because what's in it for them and what's in it for me, right? You want to audit your circle like that. Like it's a give and take, but really a relationship, a good relationship is you give 100% and that other person gives 100%. It's not 50-50, okay? It's 100% you giving and them 100% them giving. That is the best. When you have that type of relationship, you know for a fact that that person is in it for you. They want you to win, okay? Those are the type of people you want around you. Audit your circle. Look at your network. Think long term. Most people think so short term that if you don't have clout anymore, then they're gone, right? If you don't have the celebrity status, then you're gone, right? It's like that. Don't be those people. Don't be those short-term people, those short-minded people. Do not be like that. Be someone that has freaking integrity, that has longevity, that is a true friend, that is someone that has your back, right? Be that person. And you will see that more people like you are going to come around. You're going to attract them in. You're going to reflect that out and attract them in. The authentic people, the real ones, you know? So that right there, again, once you achieve local celebrity status, you let me know. Let me know your experience. Let me know what happened. Let me know the results. Let me know the changes that you've noticed after achieving local celebrity status. It is profound. You will understand and see and notice it instantly. The moment you start to pick it up, the moment you start to step in and activate local celebrity status, you will notice the change because it's distinct. It's going to be astonishing. Okay. It's like that. All right. Social media. You have to understand this. Okay. Social media is just networking online. That's basically what it is. So the goal of social media is that you're able to multiply your networking efforts online at massive scale based on your strategy, your marketing strategies. Here's two things to know. You have to understand your goal. What's in it for me? What's in it for you? You need to know your end in mind and then work backwards. The social media is just an amplifier to help you get to the goals faster, okay? What's in it for them? This is what you really need to be thinking about. What's in it for the people that you are serving? If you are selling a product or service, what's in it for them? What's in it for them? What do they benefit from using your product or service? What do they benefit from doing business with you? What do they benefit from being in your life, in your circle? That's what social media is all about. It's just helping you amplify your message so that way you can get to your goals faster. So when it comes to this right here, okay, social media marketing, it's about personal branding first and foremost, right? Because there are two types of brands that you can build online, essentially, right? One is with a face and one is without. We're going to talk about personal branding first. The reason for that is because I'm pretty sure everyone here is building a personal brand, right? If you have businesses, then you are building your brand, right? You're just building a company brand, okay? There are two paths. One is with a face and one is without. And with the face, there are multiple ways that you can include and build your personal brand without showing your face as well. You just got to get creative, right? That's all in post-production. That's all in the tools. That's in what you understand online. That's all these things, okay? But again, you know, what's the fastest? What will grow the fastest from my experience and what I've observed is this, the personal brand. Because it's your face. Because people buy from faces. People buy from faces. I've said this before. There was a study that scientists, researchers did where they took two different screens, one with a face, happy face, and one that was like a toy, okay? And yeah, I need to look up this actual specific study that they did, but essentially they took a baby, they took multiple babies, and they were observing the eyes of the baby. Did the eyes of the baby move to the face or to the object? And what they found, based on study, based on research, based on like that thing that they did, is all the babies were looking at faces. All the babies their eyes automatically drew to faces, to people, okay? Naturally. So literally that hasn't changed. That literally hasn't changed. When you look at social media right now, do you stop? Like, which one do you, I don't know, maybe it has changed. I don't know. Let me ask you guys a question. When you guys are scrolling on your explore page, you know, whatever social media you're looking at, do you stop on faces more than you do on objects? Or is it booties now?
I don't know about you. I don't be looking at that stuff. I think it depends where you're at in life, like what you're looking at, right?
Yeah, it really depends.
Landscape. Sierra said landscape.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's what you're into,
Depends.
right? Like, what are you into? What do you like? And if you like landscaping, do you like people that are talking about landscaping or just showing you landscaping, right? But a face definitely makes things a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting now because there's so many faces out there. It's kind of like mundane in a sense with social media. But when it comes to someone buying a product, all right?
Workouts with quotes. Some are faces.
Faces always go
Talking.
with it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Someone has something that you identify with, but they put their face on the thumbnail too. Yeah.
Face, yeah.
Photography.
Photography. Mm.
You guys are so interesting.
Recipes.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Do you like recipes with faces? Like, you know how there's like the foodies, like the foodie influencers that are like cooking and stuff, and then they'll like, you know, walk you through a demo? Or do you like recipes like without the faces? What's more interesting? Kurt's music with quotes. Yes, love it.
Oh, photographer by trade.
Yeah.
If I see a face, I want to see what they're saying. But also, if I see a quote pic, I want to read what it says.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, for me too. With recipes, like
Recipes, no face.
I don't want to.
Mukbang. I love mukbang.
If I'm looking at food stuff, like I rarely look at food stuff.
You
But
don't.
if I'm looking at
It's always me like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. We should eat this.
I'm really never on the explore page. All right. Anyways, recipes with a funny sound. Yeah, if I'm looking at food stuff though, I don't like to see humans. I don't like to, because it's like if I'm gonna eat that,
You can't imagine eating.
I prefer not to. You know, that's just me. All right. Anyways, let's move on from this. But this was very interesting.
I just want the recipe, not the blog.
You guys are funny. You guys are very interesting.
Got it. So test both.
Yeah. No, yeah. When it comes, see. If you guys are not,
I have not seen that.
live.
I need to see that. Show me sexy guys that make food sexy.
So just for everyone who's not on this live, you know, it's just a bunch of women talking about
Mostly women, mostly women. There's men too. Men thrive too. Men are here too.
Like 95% women. You guys are so funny. This is what we love though. Like this on the live Zooms, like we love the interaction, we love the engagement, we love like the comments because like this is what it's 6:30 a.m. right now. Like all of us just woke up, you know, some of us have been up, but regardless, like this is the energy right here. You cultivate this energy, use this energy, this good energy throughout the entire day. All right, nice. Sexy sells. Yes, it does, brother. It really does. So guess what though, right? Like that's what happens on social media, right? There's something a lot, there's like an argument on social media that I've seen where if you have two people, two creators, one of them is sexy, considered sexy, and the other one is considered not, which one does better, right? There's an argument that the person that is considered sexier does better. But I'm telling you right now, it just depends on the content, okay? It depends on what value you are providing. Value. What's in it for them? What's in it for me? Think of this. What's in it for them, whoever you are serving. Think of the value, okay? It doesn't matter about all that other stuff. To a degree, because we live in a social world. We live in society. To a degree, there is some truth. But it is exactly what you said. It's relatable. What is relatable to that person? Okay? Relatability is what draws me in on the looks. Yeah. Oh. That makes sense. But yes, relatability to value. Yeah. Okay? Relatability to value. So let's say, for example, let's say that you guys did not use social media for your business. That means that what I'm talking about right now has no value. It's zero value to you and your life. Does that make sense? But because you guys are building your business on social media, this, the goal is to make this as valuable as possible. So that way you can use this information and then let it lead to action, right? Let the learning lead to action. That's why I say questions, specific questions for your specific situation will give you the solutions that are going to help your situation in general. Okay. So if there's no constraints though, if you guys don't have any chokeholds or constraints or problems with social media, then, this is really just about intangibles, it depends.
I feel like it still matters. I feel like it matters because you're always outside, right? Like no matter what, you're always outside running errands, going to work, presenting yourself. And so you're always going to be in a social situation. With social media, it just broadcasts you in those social situations to basically expand your reach. Whereas when it's local, when you're out and about, you're really heavily depending on you and your immediate surroundings, right? But now I think that social media is, how do you present yourself in the masses and really get reach, right?
Everyone's fighting for reach. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you guys are on social media, I'll say this. Obviously it depends, but if you're building a business, you're looking for reach, right? You need to optimize for reach for sure. But you have to understand that you're not going to get the reach that you want if your content's not good, right? Content is everything.
Yeah.
Would you guys watch a movie that was horrible a second time or a third time or a fourth time, or keep on revisiting that horrible movie over and over? The answer is no, right? Maybe there's one of two that will say yes, but for me, hell no. It's a waste of time. Yes, it's a waste of time. I will not watch another. If in the first 5 minutes of the movie, I'm not interested, I'm not watching the rest of the 2-hour movie. Does that make sense? It's the same thing with your content.
But in seconds.
But it's seconds, right? Right? And, however long the content that you're creating is, it depends. If it's not a movie, that's why a lot of people say movies, create movies. If it's not a movie on social media, then who's watching it? Nobody, right? So that's why it's important that the content is really everything. And now, how do you convert? How do you increase your conversions with your content? It's about the relatability. It's about the value. It's about what's in it for them. It's about the benefit that they get, right? It's about everything, all that stuff. Are you solving someone's problem with your content, right? It depends on the type of content campaigns you want to run. So let's just go over it real quick. For me, there's a lot of different pillars that I have when it comes to creating content, because it's marketing, right? My expertise is marketing. What I'm continuously learning and leveling my skill set up is business, because I love doing business, right? But marketing and business strategy are the two skill sets, and operations. These are the three skill sets that I have as a very high level. Like I've operated at a very high level when it comes to these three things. So, but I'm always improving. I'm always a student, always doing my best to get better, always willing to learn, to be open, to download new information, to understand, to survey, to take surveys, to see what's happening in the market in real time. I'm always doing all this stuff. Okay. Always a student, no matter what. So this is just one of the things that I have in terms of pillars, right? I focus on this. This is me. This is for me personally. When I'm building someone's brand, or I'm building my brand, or I'm building, a client's brand or whatever.
Yeah.
Businesses, business brands. Okay. A personal brand is a business to me.
Yeah.
If you are building a personal brand, you are treating it like a business, or I suggest that you do, because why are you doing it? Aside from fulfillment, if you are building a business, why are you doing it? Right? So you want to treat it like a business. With evergreen content, this is the number one thing that I always focus in on first, right? When it comes to the pillars, the content campaigns that I want to run. The reason for that is because I want to maximize all my efforts in play. I'm super busy. A lot of people that I work with is super busy. Guess what? We don't have time. We need to maximize the time. I want to decrease my input, increase my output. So I focus on evergreen content campaigns. This is my number one thing that I focus in on. The reason for that is because I literally create one framework that aligns with evergreen content campaigns. It aligns with the element of evergreen. And then from there, I implement virality to it. And I also have promotional elements to it. And guess what? This is kind of like my my ingredients to success.
Yeah, I was just
Social
thinking
media.
about the shop and everything that you implemented and like the journey that I saw going along with it.
Yeah. For me, like, I'll just share with you guys this, okay? This is how I know it works, all right? And the goal of this is to find one winning content campaign.
Yeah.
If you can find one winning content campaign, then now you have a good mix. You have a good framework for you that you can use forever. You'll never have to change it. Literally never have to change it. And then you move on to content campaign number 2, okay? So I'm just gonna give you guys an example. I have many examples of this, but I'm gonna give you an example just from our shop. Okay, this is a brand that we own. This is a company that we own, and I control the marketing.
Yeah.
On the brand.
Yeah.
No one else does the marketing. I do the marketing. No one touches it.
No one touches it.
Because I don't want other people to touch it right now. You know. Anyway, but there are ways, there are systems, SOPs, standard operating procedures in place, so that way, if someone had to step in, then they can. Okay, I build all that in. That's part of operations in the business strategy. So, we gained another 100 followers. Cool. Okay, so evergreen campaign. These are the elements that I mixed with. I created one content campaign.
Yeah.
One content campaign that is evergreen for Star Motor Works, our auto repair shop. If you look at auto repair shops, like they don't have social media like going crazy. They don't have like virality going on in their social media campaigns. Just because like the mechanics, the internal operations, they're super busy. They're slammed.
Yeah.
Like when will a mechanic have time to actually like do social media marketing?
Hardly ever. And then their hands, they're working with their hands all the time. Sometimes there's gloves, sometimes there's grease, so they're hardly ever touching their phones. So
yeah, it's just really like if they're touching their phone, it's because they're taking pictures, they're doing videos, they're on the phone calls, you know, they're servicing the clients, right? They don't have time to do social media, let alone think about a strategy, let alone think about like, oh, what should I post?
Yeah.
They're trying also, there's people, business owners trying, local like brick and mortars trying to do social media, but they don't know. They have lack of clarity, which instills lack of direction, and then they go slower, right? So there's so many different things, but I created one content campaign. I already knew it was going to work just because I just know marketing, okay? I already knew it was going to work. I literally have not changed that strategy, that content campaign. I have not changed it since I said it. And we just ran with that one content campaign. And we went from when we acquired the business, it was at 2,500 followers. Right now, it's 16,300. Barely posting, not even once a week. Not even once a week.
Yeah, in a year span.
In a 1 year span.
About a 1 year span, yeah.
1 year span, it's actually less than a year because we started social media like 3 months in or something like that after acquisition.
Oh, yeah, because we had the baby.
Yeah, it's like 9 months. Like this is like 9 months of results. One content campaign from 2,500 followers to 16,300 now. Okay, it's the same. It's just one thing. I created one-time effort. I created one framework, and then from there, I just said this is gonna work. Let's just do it. I duplicated myself. We ran it. We tested it. The entire team knows how to do it now. It's the same one framework. I have other content campaigns in play, but the shop can't handle more traffic right now. The shop cannot handle more traffic right now. So for me, I'm just like, okay, it's all good. When the shop is ready to handle more traffic, then we can start to turn up the fire on the content. But the shop literally cannot handle it anymore. And just to give you guys context, right? The last post I did. So, you know, it took me like less than an hour for this specific content piece to edit. I edited it, and now just from that 1 hour's work, right? 544,000 views on one post. Same content framework, elements of Evergreen, elements of virality, elements of promotional, because it's a business. I'm using this intentionally so that way I can bring business in. In the auto repair industry, what I've noticed is that just because I post a piece of content today doesn't mean I'm going to get a customer in today. Why? Well, is the client's vehicle broken? Does it need a repair? Does it need a brake and oil change? Like, what does it need?
Is it time yet?
Is it time for them to come in? If not, then they're not going to come in. That piece of content is not going to do anything for us. But what it will do is 3 things I'm going to show you. Yes, I'll share the campaign video with you. The 3 things that the goal of this, okay, the goal of social media, this is for me. I have several goals, but the 3 core goals that I go after is brand awareness, always, okay, business scale. So brand awareness is 1. That's for the brand. Business revenue up, increases. So business scale. And I'm specifically talking about revenue, okay? Because a business dies without money, right? And referrals. My goal is to activate the referral network, the referral efforts at all times with my social media marketing efforts. Again, take away social media. It's only you now. It's only you, your voice, your skill set, your mindset, what's in your heart, your message, okay? It's only you without social media. I'm still doing this. I'm still doing my best to get brand awareness up, to get business scale, business revenue up, and to get my referral efforts up. Add on social media now. Now you can do this at scale. You can do this at scale if you know how. I'm always looking to increase brand awareness. I'm always looking to increase business revenue, to scale the business. I'm always looking to increase my referral network, the referral efforts from all the content that I post. Yeah. When I'm being very specific with social media, this happens. For me, in my personal brand, when I was building heavy in my social media, heavy in my personal branding game, before I met you guys, this is what was happening. This right here was happening. This was my 20% to get the 80 done right here, the referral efforts. To this day, people are still hitting me up for this because I achieved local celebrity status. So I solidified my brand identity. This right here, people know I do this. People know I do business scaling and marketing. It's so crazy. I don't even understand how people are still remember. But people remember for these 2 things, scaling businesses and marketing. That's what people remember me from, my brand, from my efforts that I did beyond 3 years ago. This right here is always at play, okay? So this is the goal right here. This is the core metrics that you want to look at when it comes to, are you creating a winning content campaign? And then there are KPIs. What time is it? 6:45. There are KPIs that I specifically look at when it comes to Instagram. So let me just address the question though. So so in regards to this content campaign, right? This is the one I did. It's 544,000 views. It's the same. I'm telling you right now, when you guys study the page, it's the same thing. I'm not going to tell you the secrets because it's there. The secrets are here on the video. The secrets are in the social media. Study it. Sharpen your marketing eye. Okay? Sharpen your marketing eye. This is what it is. How come the video's not?
I had the volume all the way down just in case.
Oh, you have AirPods on.
No, I don't. Where?
Your AirPods are not in its AirPod case in its home.
No, it's not. How'd you know?
It's not in its home. There's a fix to that. No, don't open the door. It's like this. You just turn off the Bluetooth thing.
That's what I have you for, to solve all my problems.
Yeah, if you want to check it out. So if the brand is called Star Motorworks, right, on Instagram. This is the one that got like 455 views.
What kind of car are we working on today?
I hope you guys can see that.
And what are we doing?
My husband's fires actually went through some type of big establishment. He's in it for maintenance. It has a bunch of blow by right here. It's all black.
It's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of mundane, Right?
inspiring.
It's kind of boring in a sense.
Kind of loose because full spectacles. There's no.
So it's a minute in like something seconds. I'm not gonna like bore you guys with it, but you guys can check it out. But that right there, for me, when I'm looking at that, I'm like, all right, does it add value to our target demographic? Does it add value to the target audience? Does it add value to the clients that we want to pull in? Does it add value to our brand, right? Does it add value to our revenue? Yes, of course it does, because it's getting reach. Does it add value to our referral efforts? Yes, because we're positioning ourselves as authority figures in the auto repair industry, right? So although that video right there seemed mundane, seemed boring,
Yeah.
544,000 views.
Yeah.
The data, regardless if I think it's boring or not, the data shows that it was valuable to our target demographic, to the market.
The following went up too, and we had like a new influencer following.
The following, you're one of those views. You're one of those views. Thank you. Yeah, we have like a lot of so we from that specific video right there, we got what, 16.3? So we're almost at 2,000 new followers from that one video.
One video. Yeah.
2,000 new followers from one video.
Organically. Yeah.
All organic. I don't do paid advertisement. I only do organic. Your husband showed you that video as he was scrolling? Wow. See, like
He must be looking at cars, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, your husband is looking at cars, all right? That's all he's looking at. So the engine removal video at 1 million. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we have like a few like 1 million videos.
1 million, 1.4 million.
Yeah, let me give you guys like let me break a myth, okay? A social media marketing myth.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that your reels, this is just from what I've observed in terms of market research. A lot of people, they say, a lot of marketing experts, they say that if you do your reels, your reels will cap out at a max viewpoint. That's not true, okay? Just because you post a reel today, right? Let's say it's day one. You post a reel today, and then you get like 100,000 views. That doesn't mean that the 100,000 views is capped, okay? It's not capped, right? That what happens is 6 months later, this starts to get picked up again because it's valuable content. The interest aligns with the relevancy of today's market. Guess what happens? Now you get 500,000 views. I'm telling you right now that happens with that 1 million video that you guys referenced, right? The removal of the C63 or the S63 engine, yeah, engine removal. When I posted that video, we created it. We actually created it like 3 months prior, and then I posted it like 3 months later. Guess what happened? Here, let me see.
That one.
Yeah, 1 million videos. Okay, yeah. E63S engine removal. Okay. I remember when we posted this. Okay. The first like 2 days, it was like the first week, it capped out at like 63,000 views. So I was like, damn, like this was such a good video, because with us, anyways, I'm gonna move on. With that video specifically, in terms of reach, the views, it capped out at 63,000 views. So then I was like, oh, okay. Maybe people don't understand like what we're doing. Maybe it was not valuable to the market. Who knows? But I just move on. I'm not attached to the views. I never attached to it. I don't care. If I get 1 million views, I don't care. If I get 1,000 views, I don't care. It doesn't matter. What I care about is longevity, is sustainability, is if I can continue to create content campaigns that work. Okay. 63,000 views. A month later or something like that, it starts to get traction again. And I'm like, oh, this is really good. Like, it's happening. And then it just starts to skyrocket. And then it eventually, over 2 months, it got to 1 million views. Okay. Over 2 months. So the point I share that for is, don't let people say that Reels is a one-time thing and then it doesn't continue to get reach. It's not true. It does get reach. It'll continue to get reach. It'll continue to grow. If it's valuable content, if it's a movie, if it's valuable content to the market, it will grow. It will get reach. Okay. So it's important that you guys, when you're creating your content and your content campaigns, there's two things. One is, if it's valuable content, it will continue to get reach. But the second thing, which is more important, I think, is don't get attached to the metrics. Don't get attached to the views. Instead, just do better content. Okay. Instead, create more. Be more intentional with your content that you create. Because again, from before, the trainings from before. It's just one more deal. It's one more deal. That's it. And you are using leverage. The next episode that we wanted to cover, the training, is time management, right?
Yeah.
So
It's huge.
when it comes to like you're leveraging your time with social media again, like I said before, it's important to can you open this please? Sorry.
Wow, you know my password and
Oh, I got it
everything.
wrong. It's important. It's important to just understand, like, don't get attached to freaking views. I understand that views helps you, like, succeed and build more. But okay, there's one thing too. Don't let people say that reels are not working. Okay, it's not true. Like, look at our freaking auto repair shop, the brand. It's not true. Okay, like, don't let people say that. There's a lot of like talk out there. There's from like high level people, from leaders in the market that are saying that reels, don't focus on reels anymore. It's not working. Guess what? Why is it working for us then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I usually like will scroll through things and I'll look for like what are people saying, and then like I bring it back to him. I'm like, hey, this is what people are saying in the marketplace. These are people that we know people that follow, and they're relying on their advice or their information in order for themselves to grow. This is what's happening on the marketplace with these people that sell their courses or sell their coaching, have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers, are verified or not,
or they have hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
And they have influence online, and they're still saying.
And
no.
So I bring it back to him and he's like, no, that's not true. This, that, and the other thing. I'm like, okay. And then he proves it. He literally proves it time and time and time again. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, literally. Stephanie, thumbs up. Yeah, we'll take care of you. So literally, like, don't like, instead of being a consumer, it's okay to like, look at advice. It's okay to just take it with a grain of salt. Whatever advice, even for us, whatever advice you receive, take it with a grain of salt. Test it for yourself. Experience it for yourself. Use it for yourself, and then make your own conclusion, right? But again, like this, obviously, I'm not going to steer you guys wrong, because why would I? It doesn't make any sense in the first place for me to do that. But you don't know the people that you don't know's agenda, okay? You don't know their agenda. You don't know the narratives that they're putting out there. I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's not true. So continue to create, continue to build, but just build better content. Okay, build better content. Really understand, like, who are you serving? Who are you trying to reach? Right? What's in it for them? What's in it for them? You just have to post good, relevant content, and the algorithm will catch up. Yes, but I'm gonna add one thing. Evergreen. Okay, add evergreen relevant content. Add evergreen. An element of evergreen. So that way you do one thing one time, and you continue to get results, benefit from it forever. Yeah, and then algorithm talk, right? There's a lot of algorithm talk. Like, I don't care about algorithm talk simply because I don't control the algorithm, right? I don't control it. It's good to understand. This is all you have to understand, okay, about algorithm. It's based on people, okay? That's just my observation. It's based on people. Why? Because who are you trying to buy? Who are you trying to share your product or service with? Is it the algorithm or is it people? Right? It's people. So just focus on the people. Focus on the attention of people. That's marketing. When you are really good at marketing, you know people. Yeah. When you are really good at marketing, you know what drives the triggers of the people. You know what drives attention. Okay? I'm telling you that right now. The algorithm will always change. Yes. Okay, let me just read some comments. Engagement matters, relevancy matters. If the platform don't know what you're posting, it won't show people. One thing, and relevancy does matter at all times, but engagement when it comes, I guess maybe it depends on like what you're talking about. But if it's you as the creator engaging with other people, it doesn't matter. So for example, if you post a video and it goes viral, and there's like thousands of comments and you don't reply to any comment, it does not affect your reach at all. Okay. The reason for that, the reason why it doesn't affect your reach and it'll continue to grow is simply because you have made a piece of content that is valuable to the market. That's it. So it does not even, the only thing you did was input. You create the content and you posted it. Now, because it was relevant and valuable to the market, it's getting reach, getting views, and there's thousands of comments. You do not even have to reply to any comment at all. And you will still get value. You'll still get reach because you're providing value to the market. So don't worry about, like, if you don't have time to engage, then don't. It's real life. But get back if you want to, It's just up to you how you want to run your business. Algorithm is forever changing. Just stay aligned on your target market and they'll see you. Yes, exactly. Always think what's in it for you, or what's in it for them. Okay, what's in it for them. And then from there, that in turn will be what's in it for you, because it's a give and take. You're providing value, and in exchange, they're going to give you value back.
That's a question.
What are your thoughts on resharing content you put out? In what sense? Like, is it like you post on your feed and then you share it to the story, or like how so? Real feed. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because why? Think about what's in it for them, right? So for example, you post a piece of content, it's on your feed. It's on your feed, right? Just because it's on your feed doesn't mean that me as a consumer is going to see it on your feed, right? Why? Where's your Instagram? My God. Hashtags have never mattered. Yeah, so yeah, like another question was, heard hashtags no longer matter, does it still? The answer was it never mattered. It never mattered.
And this is your professional opinion. And when I asked
Yeah.
you, like, let's give context. I think that would help.
No, this is my amateur opinion, because this is free value. This is free video. Education disclaimer.
So-
Free video.
Well, but this made sense though, when people were like, because we have other businesses and other teams, and some of the other teams, they help to manage the social media a bit. And so when they were doing like a bunch of hashtags, and he said, I don't think he said, when's the last time you looked something up using a hashtag?
Yeah, people do use hashtags to search, but when it comes to reach, it doesn't matter. Okay, using hashtags don't matter. The way I use hashtags is if I want to brand something, right? Like FIREHOUR, hashtag FIREHOUR. The only reason why I do that is just because I just want it to stand out. Like, I'm not using it for reach. I'm not doing hashtag FIREHOUR so that way I can get 1 million people. Like, that's not gonna work. No one even knows about FIREHOUR unless we like promote it, right? So that's why hashtags never, it doesn't matter at all. Here we go. I was gonna show, yeah,
What are you looking for?
I was gonna show you like the example for the reel. So the other question. So when it comes to like the reels, right? When you post on your feed, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'm gonna get back to the reel question. Let me just address the hashtag question. Hashtags, I've heard hashtags are related directly to algorithms. Yes, but from who? Right? From who have you heard that from, right? In reality, it doesn't matter. The reason why is because if the content is valuable, it'll get reach. Because it's indirect, that benefits if a content piece that you post is valuable to the market. Yeah, they're not correct. They're incorrect. The marketing director is incorrect. If you post a piece of content that's valuable to the market without hashtags, it will get reach. The reason for that is because it benefits the platform that you're using, because it's getting reach, getting engagement, and then it benefits you as a creator, and it benefits the audience because now they're consuming valuable content, right? So don't worry about hashtags. Hashtags is literally a waste of time. All the people that say, I'm going to do hashtag research, blah, 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 this and that, I just ask them why. Like, why? Why do you need to add this? And they can't give me solid answers. The reason for that is because they don't know what they're doing. It's that simple, The most important thing that you do for content is, again, obviously have your elements, whatever elements you want to include, but it's brand awareness, it's business scale, so increase your business revenue, right? And referral efforts, increase your referral efforts. Forget about hashtags. Everyone on FIREHOUR, this is just my amateur advice.
This is like your pet peeve.
This is my amateur advice to you, okay? Without me benefiting anything at all. Please don't worry about hashtags. But if you want to, then go for it, okay? That's it. When it comes, and don't listen to all these marketing directors saying hashtags matter. Like, I don't understand why they are a marketing director in the first place then. Yes, I hate doing hashtags too. The next post I do, I'm gonna have 1,000 hashtags.
You're capped, sir. You're capped.
Yeah, you're capped at like 30 hashtags or what. I don't know. I don't remember. It's just a waste of time. I used to think the hashtags were like, you had to use hashtags when I was first starting social media in 2015. Then I realized, like, no, you don't. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question. When it comes to like, oh, yeah, there's a lot of engagement. Oh man. Let me also give you guys, before I read, let me give you guys proof Go to Star Motorworks. Look at all our reels. Does any of them have hashtags? Look at the viral reels that we have. Does any of them have hashtags? The answer is no. Okay, so we did not use hashtags. But yeah, you can use Thrive Experience. You can do hashtag Thrive Experience if you want. Just know it's not going to get reach. That's it. Does that increase engagement? Let me see. I've tried. Wait, there's a lot of messages. Hold on. I need to. I'll address the real thing too. So it's all arrows to you for attention. Yes, do it all. I just wouldn't waste time on hashtags. Good to know. I waste a lot of time with hashtags. You don't want to overload. Good to know. Thank you. I hate doing hashtags. Hashtag no more. Waste of time. Yes, where's the comment? How about tagging people on team when posting a reel? Okay, when posting a reel, when posting any type of content, my advice is if the person is not in the content, do not tag them. Why? Because it's like, what's the purpose really? You know, what is the purpose of tagging them? Right? And also, like, it just depends again on the content. You can have a content piece that's going viral and have like, you know, like 5 people tagged on it. It'll still go viral. Why? It's because the content piece, the content itself is valuable. So it really doesn't matter about tagging people or not.
I'm wondering if they're talking about tagging people because then more people are opening it and seeing it. So I think that the question is if it kind of triggers something in the algorithm, now you have a lot of people kind of looking at it from different places.
No, here's
Maybe
why.
Yeah.
The reason why it's not, okay, that's like a distraction. The reason for that's because if the content piece itself is not valuable, it's not going to get reached organically. Just because let's say, for example, you're able to tag 100 people. Just because 100 people open that thing up does not mean that that content piece is valuable. That 100 people can open it up and be like, this is like, why am I wasting my time? And they scroll, right? If those people say like this is not valuable to them, you know, maybe the content piece was not good. It's that simple. So if you're tagging people, so there's 2 things, I guess. If you're tagging people to get more reach, don't worry about that. Because the second thing is it's about the content itself. If the content is good, it will get reached or on its own. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. And then my third thing for tagging people is ideally only tag people that are inside the video. It just looks tacky if you tag people that are not inside the video, right? Or inside your content piece. So, but it depends though. It depends on your message. It depends on like the content, the context of your message, the context of your content.
Or what your goal is too.
Yeah, if you're like, the goal is always this thing, these 3 things right here, okay? That's the main goals, at least the core goals. But if you are giving a shout out to people, if they're not in your video, your content post, whatever, if you're giving like love to someone, like, yeah, go tag them, you know, like that's you being a human. That's you being you. That's you being authentic, right? That's totally fine. But just know that it has nothing to do with reach. Okay, it has nothing to do with reach. I've tried both hashtags and none. Hashtags, contents, and pay attention to the insights of how it works. Most of the time, the one without hashtags has always gotten more reach because of the value and what we represent as a brand, as a business. Yes, exactly. Yeah, hashtags really don't matter. Jackie begs to differ. They still work. Yeah, if it works for you, then just do that, you know? Meant to say that to everyone. Okay. Does that increase engagement or will it mess up algorithm? Oh, is that the tagging thing? Yeah. Does that increase engagement or will it mess up? I addressed that already, right? Hashtag things you know your friends follow on Instagram. It will show up in their feed. If it's true, test it, you know, like, or use it. But, you know, like from me personally, like from my experience, it doesn't affect it. Because it's about the content. Because every single person's like feed. Can I just show them?
Yeah.
Your feed is based on what you're interested in, based on what you're literally directly looking at, right? So if you're just looking, like, it looks like Crystal's looking at, like, I don't know what you're looking at.
What am I looking at?
I have no idea what you're looking at.
It's either
like
money,
stuff, like
food, spiritual stuff,
like some friends of yours.
Travel.
Yeah, so it's based on like what you're looking at, right? But like this has nothing to do with hashtags though. It has nothing to do with, it just has to do with what you're looking at already, what you're spending time on. That's what the The company cares about your time on the platform. It doesn't care about the hashtags. It cares about your time on the platform. So when you're spending more time on like meditation videos, because the platform is saying, oh, this user is spending more time on the platform on meditation videos, let's just show them more meditation videos, right? Is that it's that simple. Don't get mixed into the algorithm stuff and the hashtag research, because I'm telling you right now, it's just a waste of your time. Okay, it's a waste of your time unless you're doing it for like a business, like you know, for the company itself or whatever. I don't know, you know, but based on my experience and just from like our results, like you don't need to use hashtags. And from a lot of friends that are viral, a lot of my friends are influencers at the top levels that are the influencers. They're the behind the scenes for the big influencers too. All of them say hashtags don't matter.
Yeah.
If influencers at like this level are saying this stuff, you know, like
you have he has a friend that's an influencer, and the influencer behind influencers that, you know, people ask, you know, for help, right? And I think she has over 10 million followers organically, not bought.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of like the advice and like the things that he hears in the back end from like that world.
Let me share with you guys this. I'm gonna just shut it down right now for just for in terms of solid proof. I have a friend. His name is Ryan McGinn. Ryan McGinn is the guy that created all he created the captions. Okay, when you see on your feed like entrepreneur captions, he's the one that created that style of captions. So if you think about the Hormozis, Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi, their captions.
Yeah.
He was the one that got them started on the captions. He's the one that helped them grow. And guess what happened? You know, what is he saying? He's saying hashtags don't matter. He's saying hashtags don't matter. We're talking about a guy that was behind the scenes of the biggest brand right now, one of the biggest personal brands right now. Okay. So if they're saying it, and then from our personal experience, we're saying it, that's just what it is. You know, I would just not my goal is to make sure that you guys save time and energy, right? I'm going to just tell you guys the truth. That's it. I'm just giving you guys my truth. So guess what? If you guys are experiencing something else, go with that though. Okay. If you guys experience that hashtags are helping you, use hashtags. Like that's all. It's cool. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm going to keep this actually because I can address the other question. But other than that, like if you really want to just, you know, focus on the root, it's about content. Okay. Create better content and you will crush it. You will reach new people. And I actually want to show you, do you have the Star Motorworks account on here?
Yeah.
No, like the insights.
No.
I wanted to show you guys the insights too, because I want to show you guys what to look for in terms of KPIs.
You gotta log in.
I don't have time for that because
we
we're good to go. But I want to address the reels. Says reels are dead and to do more carousel posts. Man, I don't know. Everything I've been saying is the opposite. Reels are not dead. Do not listen to other people. Reels are not dead. Carousels is different. Carousels is good though. If you can create valuable carousels, that'll help you get shares, a lot of shares and reach.
What do you want?
Instagram.
What do you want?
I want to address that one question I get to address yet. Yeah, if you can create valuable carousels, then that's good. It's going to be really good. It'll be very helpful. Okay. But when it comes to, keyword is valuable content, 100%. When it comes to your reels, when people say reels are dead, no, okay, do not listen to them. If reels were dead, then Instagram would die, right? And not only that, reels are not dead. Why? Because look at, we have an appointment. Look at the competition. Look at Instagram, the company Instagram's competition. It's TikTok, right? Why would reels die? TikTok is all reels. It's all short form content.
Yeah.
Why would TikTok not push reels? It's ridiculous when these people say reels are dead. I don't understand why they're saying it. What narrative are they pushing? What product or service are they pushing? What coaching program are they pushing? Right? What are they promoting? Why are they saying the complete opposite of the truth? It's because what's in it for them? What are they trying to sell you? Think about that, okay? Focus and be intentional. Notice, be a marketing master. Raise your marketing expertise, your mastery of it. Understand. Don't be the consumer, be the creator, right? Be the person in charge. Don't listen to the people who are selling you stuff that for whatever reason. I don't know why they're telling you not true things. Like, I still get new customers from Reels. Yes, it still works. Exactly. People are always looking at videos and scrolling. Exactly. Why are Reels dead? They're not. So think savable content. Yes, 100%. 100%. So let's address that one question from before. Does it matter if you post your reel on your feed or both or none, right?
Or reshare.
Or
I think you're
resharing.
saying reshare, yeah.
What are your thoughts on resharing content you put out, reel or feed? Number one, if you post on your reel, if you post a reel, if it's valuable, it'll get shared, okay, from other people. If you reshare that reel for yourself, are you talking about like resharing the same exact reel as before?
On your page again?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, you can always reshare the same content. If the content piece itself is valuable, you can repost it again for sure, and it can get reach. Yeah. If that's the question, yes, that is a question. Yeah. So let's say, for example, I have one video that I created, I changed and I post it, and then 6 months later, I post the same video again. Yes, you can get this. You can get reach. It'll engage because it's considered a new piece of content, right? It's just, is it relevant to the market, right? Is it going to help? Is it going to achieve these elements? Is it going to help you get brand awareness? Is it going to grow your business? Is it valuable though? Is the question always to ask, is it valuable to the market?
What's in it for them?
What's in it for them? Always ask yourself that, right? If you watch it, so for me, let me share with you guys this. When I'm doing like our Star Motorworks brand, all right, I'm going to be doing another brand very soon. But when you're doing Star Motorworks brand, or when I'm doing it, I'm looking at it from a very, like, I detach myself. I'm looking on the business. I'm working on the business, not in the business.
Yeah.
So that's for me with my marketing eye, my expertise is to work on the business. I work on, not in.
The bigger picture, long term.
The bigger picture, long term, because I'm a strategist. I'm a business strategist. I need to see the overall big picture. If I'm too into the business, then I can't. Then for me, the viewpoint that I have starts to diminish because it's like I'm just too in. I'm too attached. So I always take a step back from the businesses that I work with because that's the best way I can serve the businesses with my skill set, with my experience, my expertise. So when I'm looking at Star Motorworks, I'm always looking at from a big picture perspective. I'm like, all right, is this, like, when I look at the video, I'm like, is this a valuable piece of content for me as a stranger? Do I think it's going to add some value? Yes or no? If it's not, then I'm going to like trim it up. I'm going to optimize the video because we didn't even talk about that yet. Like, you have to optimize your video like for reach. You have to optimize your video for value. You have to optimize your video for referrals. You have to optimize your video for brand authority. You have to optimize your video for brand awareness. You have to optimize your video. Everything is very intentional that I do. Okay. So this right here, like, there's a lot of different things when it comes to optimizing your content as well. But it's 7:15 a.m. and the baby's inside the bed. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be another session. So yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. But just, I guess, big takeaway, focus on the value of the content you're creating. Make it gold. Make it so valuable for other people that they cannot ignore it, right? And then from there, see the results, see the reach, see your brand awareness increasing, your business revenue increasing, your referral efforts increasing, your authority increasing. We didn't even talk about positioning, like authority, your branding positioning yourself into an expert level, the leadership role, being the influencer of the industry. That's the goal, right? Yeah. When I work with businesses, I want to be at the top. I want them, my client, to be at the top. That's it. If I don't bring them to the top, they don't work with me anymore.
You're out of business.
What the heck? So I'm incentivized to help them out succeed to the greatest level. And for me, my experience in terms of marketing, my experience in terms of business operations, in terms of business scale, it comes from the top. I worked with the top of the top in the online industry. That's my experience. So guess what? Why am I going to share otherwise? Why am I going to diminish my service? Why am I going to, not uphold my integrity, my authenticity, what works, what doesn't work with my clients? I'm not. I'm always going to deliver no matter what. Trending music versus talking in real, which is better? Think about the content piece. Ask yourself this, right? If the content piece that I'm sharing, if I put trending music on it, like, is it valuable? If the answer is no, it does not matter about trending music, right? When people say trending music, it doesn't matter. Like when people say like, oh my gosh, sometimes I see the feed and I'm like, oh, use this trending song, like so that way you can get reach. I'm just like, cool. But at the end of the day, look, Evergreen. Is it evergreen? No. Because why? A trend grows and dies, right? So guess what? It's not timeless. It's not evergreen. If you want to get like viral reach, maybe the trending music can work, but how many times have you guys seen trending music added to a content piece that's invaluable? I mean, that's not valuable, right? How many times have you seen someone, a creator, add a trending music to a content that was 0 stars, right? Like 0 out of 10. Did it go viral? The answer is no. Why? Because it's not valuable to the market. So I wouldn't worry about trending music. Like when all these social media creators talk about trending music, like how much marketing like experience do they have, right? How much marketing expertise do they have? How much business strategy and skill set do they have?
And who did they learn from, or are they just repeating what other people say?
Yeah, like, come on, like don't worry about that stuff. Talking in real, like, what's really better? I'll share this. What's better for you? What's better for everyone here? What's better for us? Talking head videos, right? Why? Because we are building our personal brand. We are building our faces. We want to amplify our reach. We want to amplify our brand awareness, business revenue, referral efforts. We need to become the local celebrity, right? Achieve local celebrity status. The way you do that, put your face out there more. I said this 3 years ago. Put your face out there on social media. Yeah, put your face out there on social media. Do more talking head videos. Right now, I'm working on getting a setup up for us so that way we can start doing more talking head videos. So that way we can actually if we have ideas, boom, go out, and if we have a time frame, boom, shoot, create the content, optimize for reach and everything else, and then from there post and move on. For us, with our specific strategy, we're so busy. We're literally in meetings back to back. We're on calls back to back. We're so busy behind the scenes offline
In business,
in business, working on businesses, working in family, doing all these things and there's so many moving pieces, right? There's so many moving pieces to everything. So when it comes to like for us, our social media, it's about time management. It's about really understanding and optimizing our schedule and getting everything proper so we can actually crush it online. We haven't even done anything online yet when it comes to our personal brands because
setting foundations and helping the business first.
Yeah, setting our family foundation. That was like the first 2 years, right? That was witnessed on FIREHOUR as well, like the first 2 seasons of FIREHOUR. And then building our relationship, building our solid foundation. Now our solid foundation is there, and now we're able to move to the next step, right? Same exact thing. There's so many layers for us in our personal life that now it's about time for us, because the timing is right for us, that the businesses are streamlined, that the nonprofits are taking off, that there's so many things happening for us. But talking head, optimizing our environment is everything. That's why next call we're talking about time management, self-management, because that's also something you wanted to talk about too. And not only that, but I'm going to talk about availability bias. I'm going to talk about some cognitive biases that help make your life easier, so that way you can actually go faster. The goal is always faster, get results and fulfillment. Everything you do should already be fulfilled, right? But you have to optimize everything. Okay. Hello, Grand Rising. So let's get it. I hope I answered all your guys' questions. If not, just ask on the next one. Okay. Let us know. Have an amazing Wednesday. Crush it. Dominate your path. Make it happen. I hope this was valuable. Don't do hashtags unless you want to, but go focus on the content, creating gold, valuable content that's relevant to the market. What's in it for them? Think about them, and in return, you will receive your benefits too. Be of service to everyone that you touch. Inspire, motivate, move, go after, get your goals, crush it, make it happen. And we love you all. Take care. See you on the next one. Peace out.
Bye, guys. Oh, she started waving after.
Hello.